How did that pop up so fast? Mr. Friend, are you here this morning? Good morning or good afternoon to you. I hope that it's you. You're here, right? Look, can you see where I am? I slept outside. Hold on, the sun is shining bright on my forehead. Maybe this isn't a good angle right now. Hold on. Yikes. Yikes. Okay, let's make sure here. Um, is that you? Please do write something if you're here. My name is Robin, reporting live from a tent. I went camping. Except I'm in my backyard. I slept in a tent last night. It's actually something. Hey, Mr. Friend, you are here. I'm so glad you're here. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, yeah, thanks. They're actually, hey, Lauren's here too. Good morning. This is my pajamas. This is a tent. I don't know if you can see this. Look how cozy this is. I slept in a tent. I got my fur blanket. Listen, I am in my mid 40s and I'm realizing that like the things that bring me joy are almost like things that a 14-year-old girl would love. Yeah, it does look cozy, doesn't it? It is cozy. Lauren says, hello, mate, to Mr. Friend. Mr. Friend says, hi, Lauren. I love this. I love you guys. I'm so glad you're here. I was doing a lot of thinking that, yeah, it turns out that like I love all this stuff. I love arts and crafts. I love stickers. I love music and dancing and skipping and hula hoop and sleeping in a tent. You know, I wonder if some of our favorite things that we love to do, kind of always seem to correlate with things that, yes, Mr. Friend, wow, we all have an inner child. Oh my God, I wouldn't have phrased it that way, but you're right. Oh my gosh, my tent is like wet because it was so cold here. I don't know if you could see this. It's like from the whatever it's called, the dew. It's dewy. We all have an inner child. Oh my God, we all have an inner child. And I wonder if all the things that bring us joy are very similar to the things that we did when we were children. Can you imagine? Our inner child is still within us. And if we can tap into that and say, like, hey, what did I like to do when I was younger? And try to experiment with those things again. And it's been so fun. Like, I can't tell you how much joy I felt sleeping under the stars. I could see them all where I live. The moon was right there. You know, it's just, I got my cozy blanket. I just felt excited. It cost me $0. I already own this tent. It's a little bit of time to assemble. And, but yet it brought me so much joy. Maybe we need to tap into these simple moments that bring us joy. I've got my coffee here. I love drinking my coffee in my bed in the morning. That brings me joy if I have time to do that. My mornings don't always allow for that. So I do think it's really cool if we can figure that out. Like, what is it that we could do that brings us joy that's free, 10 bucks or less? You know, I was just sharing that we can go to the library, and I don't know about your libraries in the UK, but here we can actually borrow magazines. There's fashion magazines, cooking, cars, home decor, like whatever subject you're interested in, borrow a bunch of magazines. Take a picnic blanket near the library at a park and bring some of those magazines and just chill outside for a bit. Like $0, $0. But again, I don't know if that's going to be fun for everyone, but we all have to find what's fun for us. Let me see. Mr. Child says, simple things bring joy. Playing, essentially. Absolutely right. Oh, look, is it Colby? Colby, I hope I said your name right, says, Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. And Zeph says, hello, ma'am. What is your favorite team? Oh, in the World Cup. Well, I imagine I have to say Canada. But truthfully, I'm not super into watching it, so I'm just rooting. I love watching, though, not watching, but I love seeing when people win and they're cheering and they're happy and then fans are like crying with joy. That's just my favorite part. So sometimes it doesn't matter to me who wins. I just love watching people feel joy. I don't know, brings me lots of joy. Lauren says, yeah, it's the same here. Love my local library. Great, so you do have that. Amazing. Maybe we need those reminders that there's magazines at the library. If you don't want to commit to a book, you don't have to. you could just flip through the pages. The fashion magazines, I used to just flip through the pages. I wasn't reading anything. There's no rules, folks. Let's just look for interesting ways to spend our time that brings us a little bit of joy without needing some grand vacation, right? Mr. Friend says, I like walking, playing with my pet bird, spending time with my son. Yeah, I'm not into libraries. And that's cool. You don't have to be. But the fact that you know what you like, spending time with your bird, going for a walk, maybe walking a new path, that's exciting, or walking a different route of the same path. Maybe you just start the other way. Sometimes when we come out of our house to go for a walk, I always just tend to like come out and I go turn right. And then I walked with my husband and he turned left. I was like, oh, I've never started my walk on the left. And it was something so simple, but yet different, you know? I don't know. I think that would be cool. Zeph says, I have the same. Oh, wonderful. Lauren wants to know, Mr. Friend, what kind of bird do you have? That'd be cool. We would love to see a photo if you're interested in sharing it in the community tab here. We're always rooting for each other in this community tab, seeing what people are up to, seeing what they love, sharing ideas. If there is something, ooh, an African gray, Mr. Friend says his bird is. Lauren says, love the ones that can talk. Yeah. Can you imagine having a conversation with a bird? How cool that would be. Again, folks, the live stream, the purpose of the live stream is ideally to share ideas like we're doing here, sharing some things that we're doing. Maybe we leave this live stream with an idea of something we want to try next, and then we take action on it. I love the fact that, we can get together, share perspectives, and then come out, like I said, feeling a little more insightful, feeling a little more energized, being excited to try something new. I mean, if we don't find simple joys in life, I think it makes the days, especially the work week, like if you just worked and then watched TV or scrolled Monday through Friday, it would be a really heavy week. I think it would suck. It's really important for us to find small moments of joy. 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there. Take your lunch break. Like you said, Mr. Friend, go for a walk, right? With your favorite people. Um, you know, Lauren goes to the library. She can get any of those magazines. Like maybe there's a park nearby. You can go for a picnic. That's what I want to do. Today, we're going to take my son to the library. He reads certain books and then other ones, like we were trying to get him into another book. He picks these like huge like books that probably the subject matter is not interesting to him, so he hasn't picked up the book once. So I'm like, no, we're going back to the library and we're going to pick some stuff that you're genuinely interested in reading, because there's nothing worse than like having a book and you feel like, oh, I'm obligated to read it. You want to be excited about the book, folks. That's why I do love the library beforehand as opposed to just buying everything online. Unless you know for sure you're going to love it. Like you've gone to the bookstore, you've opened a few pages and checked it out, and you're like, yes, I will commit to this. But, I've had books that I didn't finish because I just wasn't interested in them, and that's okay. Oh, I posted a picture of her in the community. Oh, you already did? Oh, that's amazing. You are good. You're technical. I wonder if you could use those technical skills to serve others too. That's amazing. I'd love to see that. I'm going to look, Lauren says. Yay, that's so, so great. I'm so excited to see. Again, if there's something that you want to share in the comments, your name, maybe a quote, an idea, a tip, something that you're doing that's maybe free that other people can get an idea. That would be so helpful. Like, I think learning from each other is the most ideal thing we can do. Using the internet for good, trying to learn, being intentional with the use. Oh, Mr. Friend, she is beautiful, Lauren says. Oh my God. I'm so terrible. I'd be scared to press buttons to look. I would disconnect this whole live stream. I can't wait to see your bird. That's awesome. That is awesome. Mr. Friend says, thank you. Hey, do you have any plans this weekend? Listen, I also think like having some chores that you want to get done, getting some things checked off your list, like that's a good plan too, folks. We don't always have to have something exciting. We're going somewhere, we're spending a lot of money. Like that's not the only way to fill your weekend. If you have some things you want to get done off your plate that's going to feel good, couple chores, whatever it is, like that's great, folks. I was sharing yesterday, or we were talking yesterday in the live stream, that I really want to look towards minimizing my possessions, especially my closet. I do have a lot of stuff, and I just feel weighed down by my stuff. It's hard to keep it organized, hard to keep it tidy. And a lot of us humans, we don't even use half of what we own. We probably use, what do they say, 20% of what we own. Trader Mod says, hi, Trader Mod. I'm glad you're here. My name is Robin, reporting live from Ontario, Canada. It's 7:17 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Do you have a quote, a tip, an idea, something valuable that you're comfortable sharing with the community? We use these live streams to learn and grow and get ideas and build a connection here with other people. And it's been a really beautiful place. So I do feel very, very lucky for that. Um, is there anything that you've discovered recently that's helpful? Is there an insight that you've realized? Um, I'm going to be working on my next sort of perspective newsletter, and I think it's going to be about that gap between the knowing and doing. There's a little bit of a gap between knowing something and doing, and I feel like I have a handful of those. I think that because I've spent so much time learning about the mind and about health, I feel like I know so much, but I don't practice everything. Like I've got a cup of coffee, but yet I know that the first thing in my stomach should technically be a vegetable and a probiotic, and then maybe some water or a hot tea, and then coffee afterwards. But yet I've built this habit of drinking coffee when I wake up. I've been drinking coffee for about 10 or 11 years. Yeah, I was about 35 when I started drinking coffee, and now it's just a habit, and sometimes my stomach feels weird after. So it's like, where's that gap? That gap between knowing that maybe coffee's not the right thing first thing in the morning, but yet still doing it, you know? Do you have a gap like that? Is there a gap where you know you should be doing something, but you do something else? It almost feels worse. It's like the knowledge and information aren't the only thing. It's knowledge put into practice. You know what I mean? Like they say, what was that saying? That knowledge is power, but it's applied knowledge. It's actually applying the things that you learn is powerful, because now there's no shortage of knowledge. There's no shortage of information. We kind of all know intuitively probably what we have to do, what's best for us, but yet sometimes we are stuck in old habits, I guess. I don't know. It's interesting, isn't it? Have you noticed a gap? Is there a gap anywhere for you with what you know and what you do? I'm seeing those gaps for sure, definitely. And it's interesting. It's interesting to observe yourself, not with judgment, but with curiosity, and to notice things and to work on them and to be aware of them. Lauren says, I watched a beautiful thunder and lightning storm at 4 a.m. this morning. It was beautiful, Robin. Wow. The sky is beautiful, isn't it? Like, it's so, so beautiful. And the fact that you appreciate it, I think that that's really amazing, folks. Like, if we can appreciate lightning and thunder, it really makes life more special. Again, we're not waiting for this grand vacation that we saved years for. Of course, those are exciting. Of course, you should look forward to that. But simple moments like that, enjoying nature, like in awe of the beauty and power of like this world that we live in, this creation that we're a part of. I think that makes for a meaningful life. I think that makes for a joyful life. I love that you wrote that. Oh, Lauren says, I couldn't sleep. It was so hot, but it was magic how it crossed the sky and the colors were mad. Wow, that sounds incredible. And what's even more incredible is that you really appreciate it. How many other people were looking at the same storm perhaps at that time and they're like, oh God, it's raining, I have to leave, or it's so hot. Like, I think it comes down to perspective. We can all be in the same moment at the same time, but we're noticing different things. Even within this live stream, there's going to be different people noticing different things. Some are going to notice maybe what I'm looking like, what my voice sounds like, or they're going to notice that something I said triggers a memory for them about something else. It's all completely different. We can all be watching the same thing, but having a completely different experience. And that's based on our perception. the way we perceive the moment, the way we're interpreting it. So it really does, that saying about, perception is reality. It's so true. And we can literally see that in every moment. If we were both to walk into a room right now and I was going to say, okay, what'd you notice first? We're going to have a different answer, guaranteed. Even if the room was like empty and there was nothing in there, we would still have a different answer. Some people might be saying, oh, I'm feeling a little hot. The other person might say, oh, I was actually thinking about, what I have to do later. Like, it's all completely different. Lauren says, back to being 28 degrees Celsius by 9 a.m. Oh my God. I know that might be terrible for you. For me, because our Canadian mornings are so cold, I'm desiring like a 5 a.m. sunrise swim in my pool. And I'm a bit spoiled that I really like warm weather and warm water. And when it's this morning, I woke up in the tent and it was 11 degrees Celsius outside here. And it's way too cold to swim. I mean, so part of me wants some of those warm mornings when I don't have to work so I can just go in the water and swim and watch the sunrise from the water. So I'm hoping for a few of those 28-degree mornings. I know it's not for everyone, but I'm secretly hoping that we get a few more of those here in Canada because our summers are so short. 11 degrees is too cold. Yeah, exactly. That's why I needed my fur blanket and my thick pajamas. And that's how I survived sleeping in this tent last night here in Ontario, Canada. We've got Gupinder says, you're so pretty. Oh, thank you. I appreciate your kindness. I'm glad you're here. I haven't seen your name before. My name is Robin, reporting live from Ontario, Canada, from my tent. I slept in a tent last night, folks. I'm in my mid-40s, and I still find a lot of joy with glamping, okay? Because if I use the washroom in the middle of the night, which that does tend to happen now, I get to use my house washroom. So it's so cool. I've never done a real camping site before. I'm actually not interested in that either. I know I probably should be. Lauren says, I have Scottish Irish DNA, and the sun and me, biologically, we can't be friends. Oh, you know what? My mom married a Scottish man. He's so lovely. And he loves putting on his little sunscreen and getting a little bit of sun each day. And he actually worked up a tan. And it's really cute, actually. It's really cute to see somebody who is probably not supposed to be tanned biologically, as you say, but he's determined. And remember, my mom is brown, right? And she always jokes with him. She goes, if I wanted to marry a brown man, I would have. And he's always laying in the sun, trying to get some sun. It's really sweet. I hope actually to introduce you guys through the live stream one day so you can see that. Oh, Peter Brooks. Peter says, I love your fleece blanket. I know, it's so cozy. It really made for a cozy night sleeping in the tent. I love cozy blankets. I love that. Mr. Friend says, Lauren, I'm the opposite. Oh, Lauren says, you're lucky, Mr. Friend. I can't sit in the sun for longer than 10 minutes without burning. Yeah, we got to go slow, right? You got to work it slow. I was talking to a person that's no longer at my work right now. She had to take some time away for caregiving. And she has a pool and she hadn't even used it yet. She was so focused on work and family and she was so pale. She's like, I just burned now. And I was like, but you gotta start slow. You gotta just put a little sunscreen on and do like 10 minutes, just like you said, Lauren. 10 minutes a day. You might actually build up a base, but hey, if that's not interesting to you, then don't bother. But for her, she like wanted a tan. She just never had a time to do it. So it's interesting how we're all so different. Mr. Friend tans easily. I wouldn't say I tan easily, but I do tan. My husband gets really dark for like a blonde hair, blue-eyed Greek. He gets pretty bronzed, actually. So it's interesting how we all adapt differently. Mr. Friend says, glamping is a great idea. I don't like the idea of being far from clean toilets and a shower. Yeah, likewise. I can't use the washroom outside. Like, I can't. I don't know. It's like I wouldn't be able to. Thankfully, I've never had to, and but I've heard people go, "Oh, it's okay, you just go outside." Like, what? I don't think I could even like, no activity would happen. I don't think I could physically like, you know, be comfortable enough to use the washroom outside. So I definitely need a really nice cozy washroom. I need the option to come inside if I have to. Last night I heard some weird animal noises and I was like, hello, hello, is everything okay out there? But I'm actually on a second level. But there have been raccoons up here before. I've had that before, so it's interesting. But again, what are some small joys? What are some small joys that you can do? Being outside, drawing, coloring, cooking up a recipe, um, I don't know, writing something. Let's go back to the ideas of when we were younger. What did we like doing when we were younger? I loved skipping and dancing and hula hooping. Turns out I still love that stuff. Haven't done it as much, but I want to. Especially the skipping. It's great cardio. It's in line with kind of strengthening my heart, which is something that I really want to do. I need to do. It's really, really important that I do that. So if we can combine the things we love doing with our health and fitness goals, or with our family goals, or with, our boundaries of less screen time, I think it would be really, really perfect to do that. Oh no, something's happening to my screen. I can't see it. Uh-oh. I hope that you're still here. Again, my name is Robin, reporting live from Ontario, Canada. It's 7:28 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I slept in a tent, if you can see this. And I'm just curious, what are some free things that you love doing? Free or maybe less than 10 bucks, riding your bike. Yes. Small joys for me are being in nature. Mr. Friend says, I would like to get back into cycling. Yeah. But not on the roads, maybe on an easy trail. Absolutely. Yes. I love riding my bike too. Again, I love riding my bike, but I haven't brought my bike out this year yet. So that's a good one. Today, my husband and son are going to the library. My son needs to pick some books that he's actually going to read. The books that he picked, he's just not reading them. So we're going to take our bikes to the library, ride our bikes to the library. I love having a goal, like, oh, I ride my bike to deposit something at the bank, which I can't do anymore in this town that I live in. There's no bank here. But when Tommy was a baby, my son, I used to have this little attachment for the back of my bike that he could sit in, and we would ride and do our little errands. We'd ride to the park, I'd ride to the bank, I'd ride to the grocery store, and we'd do our little things together. And it was really fun and beautiful. So again, stepping back into those things. Is that SG? Oh my God, my words, I can't see the screen very well. Is that our boy? Is he back? SG? Hey, Robin, it's been a long time. Yes. Good morning, SG. We got Lauren here. We got Mr. Friend here. Where are you in the world? Oh my God, what is this? Hold on, hold on. Guess it's an off day for you. How's your summer going? Went to the stadium for the World Cup or not? No, I haven't. Oh my God, I'm doing okay. I slept in a tent last night. I'm still wearing my pajamas. It's 7:29 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Nick is off. Look, is that SG saying hi to everyone? Lauren, it's been a long time. Yes, it has. How are you? Where are you, SG? Where are you in the world? No, I haven't seen World Cup, but my husband's brother went downtown to watch a game, so that's exciting for him. Let's see. Oh, yay. SG says, it's good to see you finally putting a profile picture up, Lauren. Yeah, turns out she's beautiful, right? Everyone on this community is beautiful. We're so glad to have you here, SG. Tell us, where are you in the world? We would love to live vicariously through you. Ah, he's in the USA currently, all because of World Cup. Shut up, you went to Canada last week. You were here? Oh my gosh. Did you actually go downtown? How was it? Now you can tell us what Canada's like downtown for World Cup. You would know more than me. Mr. Friend gave SG yes. Did you go to London, SG? Lauren says, please do tell us about your travels. We love to hear it. We were just talking about um, easy, inexpensive things that we could do to find joy each day. Maybe it's go for a drive. Maybe it's follow soccer. Oh, what is this one? I don't know why my screen is doing this. Let's see. Hold on. Where did it go? Why did it hold this? Okay, it says Lauren actually shockingly resembles one of my exes from back in my late teens. Oh, wow. Okay, that's beautiful. I love that. Let's see. I hope I'm kind of, oh, wait, all occupied because of World Cup, swinging between US, Canada, Mexico every week. Wow. So are you kind of following the different games? Is it one team that you're actually following, or you just happen to be there? That sounds so exciting. That sounds really, really exciting. Let's see. Lauren says, you lucky man. Yeah, absolutely. Imagine being able to have a passion, have something that you love, and have the resources to pursue that. It's a blessing. It's a blessing. And I love that you're here sharing this with us because I think it helps us to see the things that are possible, folks. I've always said on this channel that when we see other people thriving, if they're in a happy relationship, if they are traveling, if they are sharing books or insights or anything that we can get value from, it's a reminder that it's possible for us. So I really love that we get to hear this from you. Let's see, Lauren says, have you seen how many Scottish fans have hit the USA up? It's been brilliant to watch, Robin. Oh man, honestly, I have not been paying attention to this stuff, and I probably should. Again, the Olympics I never got into, all these things that everyone's into, I'm just not naturally into them, but I still, like I said earlier, if I catch a clip on TV of people cheering and chanting and rooting for each other and crying tears of joy and winning, that's my favorite part. Doesn't matter to me what team it is. I just love watching other people feel joy and happy and excitement. Like I would love to watch lottery winners. Like people just being told like, hey, you won the lottery, or you won this, or this is working out for you, and like watching them fill up with joy. I just love it. My heart rate starts going. I'm like, yeah. So I will vote for any team maybe that's winning. How about that? Let me see. SG says, yeah, I'm kind of following multiple games because I'm fond of many teams, but I'm mainly supporting Brazil and Portugal since Italy, oh, sadly hasn't qualified this time. Oh, gosh. Well, there you go. Let me guess. You have ex-girlfriend from Brazil, an ex-girlfriend from Portugal. What made you follow those two teams? I'm curious. SG says, Lauren, yeah, they are, oh, emptying the, oh, breweries over here. And some locals are kind of annoyed at it, but I'm enjoying the global crossover. The best moments are a country since quite a few years. Oh, you mean the Scottish and Irish people are clearing out the bars of the alcohol? Oh, that's so cute. That is hilarious. They know how to party, right? They know how to party. SG says, British are extremely passionate about drinking since breakfast. So over here in the USA, the bars and pubs and diners are having a hard time keeping up, I bet. Yeah, that's so cute. Oh my God, I need to catch up on these stories. Yeah, the Scots know how to drink, laugh out loud. Ah, that's so, so funny. See, every culture has its perks and interesting facts about them, right? That sounds really cool. I definitely have to catch up on that news. SG says, yeah, exactly. I personally don't complain having tequila with a steak for breakfast, but not many of them. Yeah, I can't keep up. Oh my God, if I started drinking in the morning, I probably would make it to about 10 o'clock. For some reason, alcohol, like, if we do have parties or something like that, I have a little bit of alcohol. I tend to gravitate more to like a shot or vodka soda or one of those neutral drinks, but I can't have a lot and I just get tired. I get like a small window of like, hey, yeah, and then I get tired. So if I started drinking from breakfast, I'd be napping over lunch. So I don't know how people do it, but again, we all have our strengths and weaknesses. SG says, Robin, how's everything going in your family? How's Nick and Tommy? It's good. It's good. Tommy finished exams. Nick is off today. He's waiting for me once I finish this live stream. I'm going to FaceTime my parents. My parents are in the UK. Then we're heading to the gym, got a couple errands to run, and then we're going to see what the day takes us. If we're going to invite some company over or maybe just chill. Like, I like having a free day to do what I like and create. Let's see. Hold on. Let me see. SG says, I usually start my day with gin, tequila, when I am in Mykonos or Ibiza. Oh, the vibe over there demands it. That's so interesting. Lauren says, I'm an anomaly of the Scots. I don't drink at all. Oh, that's so funny. Is that Ryan? Ryan says hi. Hi, Ryan. Welcome to the channel. Lauren says, hold on. Oh my God, the sun's getting in my eye here. Is that Lauren? Oh my gosh, something's happening to my screen. Lauren says, no, SG, this week has been a heat wave. So hot, it was 96 Fahrenheit on Wednesday. I nearly died. Oh, because SG asked, is it raining over there in London? They're having a heat wave, SG. My parents are actually in London, England, like my mom and my mom's husband. They're in England too. Apparently, it's a heat wave. Oh, yes. Robin, let's have a meetup during World Cup season. How about y'all coming to a World Cup match over here in the USA? I can fly you all out. Let me know. Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be amazing if we all had like a little meetup together? That would be insane. Ryan says, oh, great. I don't know what happened. I thought there was a comment, Ryan. Welcome to the channel. It just disappeared from my screen. Something's clearly happening with my eyes. I'm glad you're here. My name is Robin, reporting live from Ontario, Canada. I read everyone's name and comments, so please do feel free to write. I'm curious about what you have to say, and it always makes for an interesting live stream. So SG says, I agree. Europeans have, a love-hate relationship with the heat. Yeah, they can't withstand it. Yeah, I bet. It's so interesting. It's like either too cold or too hot. It's us humans are really hard to please, I think. SG says, I definitely want to meet up with y'all. Absolutely. We would want to meet up with you too. I think it would be a really good time. Ryan says, I have an obsession. Oh, tell us what it is, Ryan. We welcome all voices. Everyone gets a voice on this channel. SG says, the next time I'm landing in London, I'm making sure I'm meeting up with Lauren and bringing one. Wait, what happened? Oh no. Oh no, what's happening? Uh-oh, shit. Oh no. Is my connection bad? Uh-oh. Is this my Wi-Fi? Crap. Oh no, this is not working. Aw. Shoot.